Today we're learning about gentleness. A powerful leader guides others with a gentle spirit, not with force. Jesus had all the power of heaven, yet chose to be a servant to all. In today's Real Deal, you'll learn about a man who used power and a gentle spirit to serve others. Oskar Schindler was born in Germany in 1908. Mr. Schindler was an ordinary businessman trying to make money. He started out as a salesman and launched several businesses that failed, leading him to try a career as a German spy. That sounds exciting, but Mr. Schindler ended up in a foreign prison while working as a spy and was released after World War II began. The Nazis were a large and powerful German army who believed all Jewish people should be killed. When the Nazis took over Poland, they allowed Mr. Schindler to operate an enamelware business. Enamelware was a special kind of cookware. With the help of about 1,000 Jewish workers who were paid very little, Mr. Schindler created a profitable business. Mr. Schindler's success in business made him an admired man in the community and with the Nazi soldiers. Soon, Mr. Schindler was invited to special dinner parties with important Nazi leaders. After years of struggling to be successful, Oskar Schindler was finally living the good life. But the enjoyment he received from money, success, and recognition did not last long. After seeing a large number of Jewish people killed in a Nazi raid, everything changed for Mr. Schindler. The Jewish people deserved to be protected and valued. So, at the risk of being thrown into prison or killed, Oskar Schindler began using his enamelware factory to save as many Jews as possible. Oskar Schindler knew many important Nazi leaders. He convinced the Nazi leaders that many Jewish people were needed to work in his factory. Because of his charming personality, gentle persuasion, and money, Oskar was successful. Even so, there were challenges. 2 times the Nazis thought they were being tricked, and they were, so he was thrown into jail. But that did not keep Mr. Schindler from his mission. After being released, he went back to hiring Jews to help save their lives. After some time, Jewish people could no longer be hired at the enamelware factory, so Oskar Schindler bought another factory to help save more lives. This factory was designed to make weapons for the Nazis. The challenge with this business was if the factory made weapons for the Nazis, they would use those weapons to kill more Jewish people. Schindler needed another plan to outsmart the Nazis. Oskar Schindler decided to make weapons at this factory, with one little catch. None of the weapons would actually work. This plan went well for a while, until Nazi soldiers started complaining about their broken weapons. Oskar had to pay a lot of money to the Nazis to compensate for the faulty equipment. By the time the war ended, Mr. Schindler had spent his entire fortune on saving the lives of his Jewish workers. Never again would Oskar Schindler have a lot of money. In fact, he had to live with friends because he couldn't afford to live on his own. He also received assistance from Jewish organizations who appreciated his life-saving efforts. Oskar Schindler believed there was no price too high or risk too great to save lives. He believed this down to his last dollar. Oskar Schindler never intended to be a hero, but ended up making history by saving the lives of about 1,200 Jews. When Oskar Schindler passed away, the Jewish people honored him by burying his body at Mount Zion in Jerusalem. He was awarded the Righteous Among the Nations award for saving Jewish lives. Oskar Schindler could have used his money and power against the Jewish people, but instead he chose to be a gentle and giving servant. That's gentleness and goodness for sure. That is why Oskar Schindler is today's real deal.